Good Easter morning, everybody. This is Michael Hula, Valley Vineyard Church. We're glad you tuned in this morning just to talk about the reality of what we're celebrating today. The good news of the resurrection. This is Resurrection Sunday, Easter morning, and we're glad you just came to experience that reality. So I think for a lot of us today, there's a lot of struggles, a lot of anxieties going on, isn't there? A lot of times of struggle, a lot of times of what's going to happen next, how long is this going to last, the season we're in. You know, we're not that much different than the early followers in that way. The crazy part about that is they were living the same type of fears. Not fear of a virus or fear of health issues, but fear of being executed and persecuted and thrown in jail because they had followed a man who on Friday was killed. And here they are on Sunday in the same boat, living all the fears, all the worries, all the things they have. But the great part about it is this, is three of the women made a decision that they were going to go and finish the burial rites to Jesus. And that's where it gets interesting. And that's where we begin in Mark 16. And in Mark 16 it says this. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of James and Salome, brought spices so they might go to anoint Jesus' body very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise. They were on their way to the tomb, and they asked each other, "Who will roll away the stone from the entrance of the tomb?" But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled away. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe, seated on the right side, and they were alarmed. "Don't be alarmed," he said. "You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him? But go, tell his disciples and Peter. He is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him just as he told you." Let us pray, shall we? So Jesus, we thank you for this reality. We thank you that you are so kind. And we thank you that you indeed has risen. So wherever we're at today, let us settle into that. Let us know that we can trust you in that and that we can experience new life in you. So Jesus, we just lift these things up to you. In your name we pray. So maybe you're here today and you're wondering what that new life looks like. You're wondering what that means I just prayed about. And here's the deal for that. The deal is he's offering it for you today, an opportunity to experience new life. Just as the disciples lived in fear in that moment, they experienced the reality of an empty tomb where no longer death reigned, but new life began. See, that new life is offered for each one of us when we choose to follow Jesus. When we choose to lay down the old things, the what-if things, the if-only things, the things that we'd hoped for, the things that have been broken promises to us. And we lay them down and we go to the empty tomb and we lay them there and experience a brand new life. And that's what Jesus is offering for each one of you today, a new life in him. So take some time this Easter morning, take some time throughout this Resurrection Sunday, and meditate on that. The reality that if you're a follower of Christ right now, that you are indeed given new life, no matter what. And we do not have to be afraid because of that. We can be brave and we can be hopeful. And if you have never met Jesus in that way, never had that type of relationship, or have chosen to follow him, we invite you to do that today, to take some time to accept Jesus into your heart, to choose to follow him and experience new life. See, that's the beauty of the day. It's for everybody that chooses to look at the tomb as empty. And so take some time this morning just to pray and celebrate and accept that, whatever way that works for you in your homes and with your families. And we're not only done with this today. This isn't the only thing we're doing today. At 9 a.m., we also, as a church community, are going to be doing virtual coffee. Virtual coffee is a great time to get together and just talk and experience good things for kids and for ourselves. And, we were supposed to have breakfast, so this is going to be a place of that, and just have some coffee time just to talk online. And also then at 10 o'clock is our Easter Sunday morning service, where we're going to celebrate and honor that he is indeed risen. And then at 11 a.m., we have an Easter surprise just for you. All this you tune in online on Facebook or YouTube, and you can experience all these avenues and times together. So wherever you're at today, just remember that the tomb is empty. He is indeed risen. And have an awesome Easter morning and a tremendous Resurrection Sunday. Take care, everybody.